Hello, hello, here is my puppy dog and I. And the sky is blue, and there are pink clouds and purple clouds out there. Very nice. And I don't know, this doesn't really pick up on this tablet. So, yeah, I want to make a video about ego as I usually do. So, and I've been observing something very interesting. On Facebook, I observed that it is almost always men, and in particular, men between the ages of 18 and 60, and usually the full-forced libertarians or Republicans who take really, really terrible offense to someone saying publicly, make a vegan Christmas. Have a heart. A humble statement. Humble, friendly, positive, health promoting even to them, being nice to them. But no, oh my gosh, the comments. Fuck off, commie. What else? Um, Look at yourself, you're fat. Or what else was that? No, I'm not going to go vegan. I don't let anyone tell me how to live my life. Or, they put the laughing sign on it. Or they insult me real badly. Lots of those comments that are very, very hostile and very uninformed also about biology. It's very interesting. It's the people who are very educated in biology in particular, they would never make such statements. They also would not even comment at all. Even if they are meat eaters, they wouldn't comment, they wouldn't challenge what I said, that cows and pigs and humans and horses, etc., and dogs, of course, that we are all equally sentient. Someone who's very educated in biology would not challenge, would not debunk something like this because they know it's true. We all have the same sentience, exactly the same. You can see this very clearly. He feels very strong love, joy, commitment. He's sad when I am sad. He sits right next to me when I'm exhausted or sad. Yes, Papa Dog, yes, you are my God. Yes, you are my orange God. And so it's the same as a person, as a human person. He's an animal person. He's a person too. He's exactly the same thing, except can't do much math. I can't do much math either. I'm not very mathematically inclined. It's very exhausting for me to deal with math, and I had to do it in school. And so when I did that at home as homework and to learn, and I would really take the time to do it, then I get into it and I understand it, and then it will be okay for a while. But I'm just not interested, and I'm just not into it. So it's not something that it's like counting trees, or I don't really see the point in calculation, or some people find it exciting. So it's not for me. I don't find that very exciting. I don't really see why I should get into mathematical, whatever, equations and riddles, and all I know is that there are obvious mathematical truths, and I understand that. For example, infinity, that's a truth. It's a logical truth. Some people debate that. I don't understand how they could, because it's obvious. So, and it's also obvious that animals are sentient just like humans are, and I don't understand why someone would go so strongly against it. You know, obviously, it's pretty obvious that people do this because they have an image about themselves. That's what Jiddu Krishnamurti is talking about. People have self-images, particularly men. Men have it a bit harder in this because they have been drilled by their parents, who also had been drilled by their parents, and so on, that some real strange, weird, unnatural things, such as men don't cry. That's just totally ridiculous, goes against biology. Of course men cry, and it's healthy for them to cry once in a while. When you're sad, you have to acknowledge that feeling and let it be and go through it and not resist it and stop it and try to hold up some kind of facade. And the same with the meat eating. They have been told man up and all of these things. I see through all of this. This is very transparent for me as a hobby psychologist. What's going on with those people? They have this badass man, macho he-man type of image about themselves, and if they would let go of that image, it would feel like the death of the ego that is highly feared, and so on, and this entire thing. So that's where the resistance is coming from. But meat eating versus vegetarianism or veganism has nothing to do with gender. Absolutely nothing. And the mother instinct and the love and compassion is also something that is not bound to gender or species. So any being, male or female, has the potential to feel. I don't know if they all have the potential to feel it, because some people have. Dr. Adrian Rain found that the compassion center in some violent criminals is atrophied. But the Buddhists then say that metta bhavana and samadhi and vipassana meditation can grow that compassion center. So this is something to take into consideration. And again, the mother instinct, which is true love, that goes beyond your own child, that goes beyond your own species. Naturally, if this love is there, then it spills over onto everything else as well. Because everything else is interconnected. If you have love, you will feel compassion for a thirsty dog on the street in Iraq. If you have compassion, it will naturally be towards the dogs in India on the streets or whatever, just as much as it is for a human child wandering out there alone, or a puppy wandering out in the desert, completely helpless. If you have love, you feel this compelling compassion for that innocent living being. So, and now take this into the subject meat industry, cattle slaughter. if you look at these individuals fully, if you really see them and feel them, there is no way you can support this unimaginable Holocaust that's worse than the Holocaust. Much worse. It is beyond words, the suffering that's going on. You could not support this. Or the dairy industry tearing the babies away from the mothers. The mothers are screaming because of this. You tear a human baby away from a human mother, the mother screams in terror. Every mother is in terror. The cows are the same, in the exact same way. The same nervous system, the same love, the same mother instinct. No difference. Don't support this anymore, people. Don't support the meat industry. Go vegan. Don't support the dairy industry. It's horrible and gruesome what's happening there. Those are not for us to consume. And also it has an unbelievably terrible effect on people's health. And you see this all over the place. People are in denial, again, because of the self-image that they hold. Self-image of I'm a farmer, or I'm a whatever, Republican, or whatever these images that they have, or we are, this is us versus them, and so, someone said, someone called me communist, and I already mentioned that. So, this is what it's image making, and holding on to this image. Communism has nothing to do with veganism or meat eating. So, but that's how you see, it's this image. It's an image that they have, the image of the conservative. They want to be the conservative, and then all of these things that, like veganism, will not fit into this. That's what they think, and so then that's what they cling to, and it has absolutely no meaning. There's no meaning really. That it's just a self-image. It's just it's a senseless clinging to a self-image, this male self-image, so and this terrible terror and the fear of losing their manhood because of those kind of things that they see as a threat to their manhood, like Hillary Clinton or veganism or feminism, So it's a threat to this image of manhood. And this is completely made up, it's fake, it has nothing to do with anything. And as long as people have the self-image, they are not capable of loving. It's absolutely impossible for them to have love as long as they cling to the self-image and have this fear, this terror actually, of losing their manhood. It's very, very bad in men. It's much, much worse in men than it is in women, the fear of losing the femininity and all of this, it's very hard. I am 52. I know what I'm talking about with that. It's very hard. It's very painful. But I see it is much more painful for men to be going beyond their self-image making, the self-image sphere that they have created around this being male. So it seems to be a very difficult thing for them to do. And it's all very unfortunate, and that's why I make videos, to bring some awareness, to bring some attention to this, and to tell you there's nothing to be afraid of. If you are surrounded by those kind of people, then I suggest to you go among other people, okay, who do not think that way. So, and welcome other people and let love into your life and love the animals. Feel compassion for them. Pet the cow instead of eating, instead of that self-image. Pet your cows and don't slaughter them anymore. They want to be groomed, they want to be loved, petted, just like you and your dog and your cat. So it's as simple as that. So that is my video for today. The sun's going down. Take care. Bye bye.